I am Kritika and I am a certified cosmetologist. So today I am sharing this video which is all about eyeshadow and their do's and don'ts. So if you are interested in watching the correct method of applying eyeshadows, then please continue watching. Okay, so as you can see that I have already did my base makeup and I have left the eyes as it is, and I will be doing the do side on this side and I will be doing the don't side on this side. So the first step in eye makeup is prepping the eye. My eyelids are totally bare right now, so either we prep the eyes with a concealer or an eye primer or any foundation. I personally like to use any concealer, so I will be prepping my eye on the do side and I will leave this side, and you will see how much a difference it makes. So here I am taking Maybelline Fit Me concealer. You can use any concealer that you have with you. So I will be prepping this eye, which is the do side and this is the don't side. So I will just put it on my eyelid like this, and simply I will take my sponge and I will just dab it on my eyelid all over. So now that I have put concealer on my eyelid, I will simply just take a little bit of loose powder and I will slightly, very slightly, I'm tapping off the excess and I'm lightly just powdering it. Alright, so first step is done and I'm not going to prep this eye so that you can understand how much it's important to prep your eyelid before starting your eye makeup. So today I'll be using this palette from Tan Beauty. This is All I Need eyeshadow palette. It's a beautiful palette. I want to do a very simple neutral look so that beginners can also do that. So if you are a beginner, it's really important that you start with the lighter shades first and then put on the darker shades on your lid, because what happens is if you start with dark shades, it happens that you tend to reach up to your transition area, which doesn't look good. And I know everyone has their own style of doing their eye makeup, so I'm completely okay with it. I'm just showing the way how I do my eye makeup so that you all can understand my techniques and how I do it. So it's everybody's preference, and if you're a beginner, I would suggest that you do your eyes first and then do your base makeup, because sometimes it happens that the eyeshadow falls off on your base and it's very difficult to get rid of it. Now first I will be putting a transition shade in my transition area. Transition area is just above your crease area. This is your crease where your eye folds, and just above it, it's your transition area. So you want to put a shade which is closer to your skin tone, but it's a slightly darker shade to your skin, like one or two shades darker to your skin tone. So here I am using this shade from this palette which is called Nectar, and I am using a fluffy blending brush. Now always, this is a very important step that I am going to tell you. Most people just grab a lot of product on their brush and they do not tap off the product, and eventually you get a patchy result. Whereas on the do side, I am going to take this shade very lightly and I am tapping off the excess, and I will be starting just above my crease area here, and I will be doing this wiper motions and circular motions, wiper motions and circular motions, just like that. You can always build up the color, but I would suggest don't start with a lot of product, because then it will be very hard to blend. Just take a little bit, tap off the excess and build the color according to your preference. So as you can see, I have chosen a very light shade on my transition area. You can hardly see it and it is looking very nice on the transition area. Whereas on the don't side, I will be using a much darker color on the transition how much it's important to use a lighter shade on the transition area. And for the don't side, I will be using just one single brush for the whole eye look, because I have seen some people making this mistake that they use one particular brush and they do their whole eye makeup with that one brush only. I chose a very fluffy blending brush for my transition shade, but on the don't side I will be using this very tapered brush, and I will be using this brush only for this side, and you will see how much mess it will create. So for the don't side I will be choosing this color, this dark brown chocolatey color, which is called Pow Wow, and I will not tap off the excess, and you will see how patchy it will turn. So here I am applying it on the transition. So I guess this is all I can blend this shade in my crease, and you can see how muddier it looks, and you can see the harsh line that it is creating here. And next I will be coming on my do side. So we always have to put darker color in the crease, and we have to blend it lighter towards the brown one. So next I will be using this shade, which is called Blow a Kiss, and for that I will be using this pointed blending brush. Again I will be picking this color just on the tip. I will be tapping off the excess, and then I will be blending the above shade with this just below the transition area, just like this. And there's one more tip that I would like to give. Some people use their brushes from the front side. I mean, that way it takes a lot of pressure on the eye and it doesn't blend beautifully as it should. So always you have to hold your brush from the backward, because then it doesn't take a lot of pressure and it blends seamlessly. And I will not be blending this one with that shade, so that you can understand how much it is important to create that gradient effect on the eye. So I will be continuing my do side. So I will be using this tapered brush for my crease, and I will be using this shade Pow Pow again, which we used for the dome side, and I am just picking it up from the tip, tapping off the excess, and I will just be putting this shade on my outer corner and bringing it slightly towards the inner corner. I will be just tapping it right here, and I will be bringing it inwards a little bit. We can always build up the color. Always remember to start slow and then build up the color. So I am just building that depth on the outer corner of my eye. Then I am going back in with this brush which I used earlier, and I will just blend it once more so that there is no harsh line left. Now coming back on the dome side, now I will be simply just putting a shimmer shade on the lid, and it's very important to place the shimmer shade on the lid only. Some people tend to place it on the crease and above the crease, which does not look good. So because we need to bring the attention towards our lid so that our eyes look bigger. So for the dome side I will be using that same brush again, and I have not cleaned it at all. It is that same brush, and I will be choosing this shade from the palette, which is called Highlight. I will be collecting this shade will just leave it like this and we will come to the loose side. So for the loose side, for the shimmer shade, I will be using this flat brush. Always apply your shimmers and glitters with a flat brush because it gives much precision. So I will be picking up the shade and I will tap off the excess and I will not move my brush at all and I will just drag it towards my outer lid. And I have only applied this shimmer shade on my lid. And now you can clearly see the difference. Now to make it more seamless, I will just take that brush again and there is no product on the brush and I will just blend it with the shimmers. So now next step is the waterline. You can put any pencil in your waterline. You never should leave it bare. Either you can put a kajal or you can put a nude liner or any color liner you want to, but you never want to put it. You never want to leave it bare because it doesn't complete the look. If you put a white pencil in your waterline, it will just make your eye a little bit more bigger. And for the dome side, I will not be putting any kajal or pencil in my waterline. I will just leave it just like that. Now it's time for the lower lash line. So I will be doing the dome side first. So for that I will be using this smudger brush. So on the dome side I will not blend the colors. I will just place the darkest color that we used, which was this color, this brown color. So I will be picking up this color and I will not tap it off and I will simply just and I will simply just place it like that. Oh my god. And I will bring it till my inner corner so you can see the difference and what I'm trying to explain to you. And I'm just placing it. I'm not gonna blend it. I'm just leaving it like this. And for the loose side, I will be picking that same shade, Pow Pow, which is that brown shade, tapping off the excess, and I will be just putting this shade very lightly on the outer corners, like on the outside only. I will not bring it inwards. I will just place it here, just like that. Take this shade, blow a kiss, and then I will blend this brown shade with this lighter shade so that it creates that gradient effect that we are wanting to see. And now I will be bringing it slightly inwards. And again we will be taking the lightest shade that we used and we will blend all of this with that shade. And you will see how blended and smooth the whole eye is looking right now, and this on the other side is not looking good. But now I recommend to put your highlights first before putting your lashes, because sometimes it happens that you have put on the lashes and then you are applying the highlighter and it happens that the highlighter falls off on the lashes, which does not look good. So we will be doing the highlights now. So for the loose side, I will be using this little fan brush right here and I will be using that same shade highlight from the palette, tapping off the excess, and I will just place it below the arch of my eyebrow. I will not drag it outward or inward. I will just put it down the arch of my eyebrow. Just like that. And for the inner corner, I am using this flat tiny brush and I will just put it on my will place it on all over my brow bone. Like I will bring it here and outward, inward, and like that. And for the inner corner, again I will take that same shade, highlight shade, on my brush, and I will not tap off the excess, and I will place it on the inner corner and I will drag it here so that you can see the difference, and it's not looking pretty at all. Now we are towards our last step, which is lashes. If you are not a false lash kind of girl, you can just put on mascara and leave it like that. But I like to use lashes, so I will just come back quickly and put on my lashes. So now this is the final step for the do's and don'ts. So for the do's side, I will be putting on mascara so that my natural lashes get merged with the false lashes that I have put, so that it looks one and seamless. So here I'll be using this mascara from Benefit. They are real mascara. I really love this mascara. So I will be applying this mascara on the do side, and I will not apply any mascara on the don't side, and you will see the difference. Difference that it is making. So yeah, this is the final result. This is the do side and this is the don't side. I hope that you learned something from this video, and if you did, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and do let me know what did you like the most about this video, and I will keep making such videos for you all. You can also send me suggestions of what you want to watch, and I will definitely make that. You can also follow me on Instagram. I post daily. I regularly post eye makeup tutorials, 1-minute tutorials, so that you can learn even more and we can be in touch like that. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you in my next video.